3 things I hated about being in a relationship while I was in prison. Let's get into it. Please keep in mind, me and my wife are happily married, even though we got married in a visitation room, and we're actually going on 6 years. We've been together for 8, so I've got some pretty sound and solid advice, I feel. First and foremost, I just want to say this, man. Before I was in a relationship, I was locked in. I was able to just focus on my time. There was no real stresses attached to the outside world because myself, I didn't have children or anything. I just had my mother for the most part. Everybody else had abandoned me. But when I got into a relationship with my now present wife, I really cared and I stressed anytime she was going through something. And it added a whole nother weight and pressure to my bid. And anybody that's in a relationship, anybody that's on the inside or outside, you can probably relate to this. There's feelings of inadequacy when you love somebody and you can't do anything for them and you feel like both your hands are tied behind your back. So that was the first thing, or at least one of them, that was really hard about being in a relationship while I was in prison. The next thing, for me anyways, was the phone lines. Yes, in most pods, almost every pod I was ever in, I was blessed to have a phone line. But here's the reality of the situation. It was stressful, man. There's politics with the phone lines. Anybody that's ever done time knows that when it comes to the phone lines, that's where it goes down. People get busy, people get hurt, and worse. That's what I'm gonna say. I had to navigate this in a peaceful way, exercise politics, strategy, whatever it is, so I could talk to my girl, you know what I'm saying, whenever I wanted to. And I was fortunate enough and I had the best slots. But man, it's a pressure. And I was fortunate to be running a phone line. There's plenty of people that can't even call their people. You understand what I'm saying? Like they got wives, they got girls, fiance, whatever it is, they can't call them because dudes is just not having it. And maybe they don't want to deal with the opposition or the aftermath of what could occur. But yes, phone lines were stressful. Didn't have to worry about that before until I was in a relationship while I was in prison. The last thing, believe it or not, was visitation. I really appreciated visitation. I love visitation. I love seeing her. I love being able to hold her hand. I had to sneak to do that. But just the simple things. Give her a hug when she came before, she was leaving. But man, visitations were always hard. Emotionally, it was a hit because, again, I really loved the woman. And watching her leave, knowing that she was driving, and in our case, to a different state a lot of times, very hard. We got married in a visitation room, and our honeymoon consisted of a phone call, literally, while she drove away in her wedding dress from the prison. That type of stuff is extremely hard, knowing that I'm putting somebody that I love through that situation and scenario. So yeah, those are 3 things that were extremely hard, I didn't like about being in a relationship while I was in prison, though I am extremely grateful that we made it through all that. We're still married, we're getting ready to celebrate 6, and man, we're blessed. And we're just here to support anybody that's in similar relationships. Stay free.